That feeling you get when you save $4,200 and earn $89 in interest. That's not failure. That's the sound of a machine switching on. You just can't hear it yet. Most people stare at a high-yield savings account and think, this is pointless. They see an extra $89 and feel like the system is broken. But you are confusing the first gear turning with the entire engine. You've been told compound interest is a financial concept. It is not. It is a physical law of nature. It's a cloning device for dollars that works silently every single second while you sleep. The problem is nobody shows you the full timeline. You see year 1. You don't see year 40. And because you can't see the destination, you kill the machine before it even warms up. I'm going to show you the entire architecture today, from dorm room to dynasty. And I need you to watch closely, because the gap between a depositor and an owner of assets is smaller than you think. But the gap between an investor and an architect of capital, that's where reality breaks. You are not an investor yet. You are a depositor. A depositor trades time for safety. You open a brokerage account, put $500 in an index fund. The S&P 500 has returned roughly 10% annually for the last 80 years. You know this fact now. But in month 1, you have $500 invested, and you've made $1.40. That's a joke. It feels like a rounding error.
Then you do something dangerous. You type numbers into a compound calculator. $500 a month, 40 years, 10%. The number comes back, $3 million. This is the exact moment your brain recategorizes money. Stop seeing it as a tool to buy things. Start seeing it as a workforce. Every dollar you spend today is a dollar you just fired from your own private factory. When you internalize the $3 million number, you stop whipping out your credit card for dopamine. You shut up and you buy the dip. The market drops 6% in a week. Your hand hovers over the sell button. You don't click it. You buy more. That's the only difference between the investor who builds wealth and the gambler who loses it. You are a wealth builder now. $47,000 in index funds. But here is something most finance content never tells you. Above a certain threshold, the instruments change completely. It's not just about public stocks anymore. Your net worth crosses $1.2 million. You are now an accredited investor. The private market door swings open. A private equity co-investment arrives. $50,000 minimum, 5-year lockup. You read the waterfall structure, 2 and 20. The manager takes 2% annually and 20% of the profits. Most people run from illiquidity. You run toward it. You wire the $50,000. You understand the risk premium now. You are being paid for giving up access. Then you enter a private credit fund.
Senior secured loans paying 12% floating. You are no longer just collecting dividends. Your portfolio earns through 4 separate mechanisms at once: equity, dividends, private credit, and depreciation offsets. You are playing chess. The person from level 2, they're still playing checkers on Robinhood. The board is different now. It wasn't hidden from you before. It simply required capital to access capital. The next level doesn't ask what you want. It asks who you know. You contact a family office. The minimum is $5 million. They offer pre-IPO access, structured notes, hedge fund allocations permanently closed to outside capital. You sit on 2 private company boards, not because you sought it, but because capital at this scale creates gravity. It pulls proximity toward you. You have dinner with a former Treasury Secretary. You did not arrange it. Someone else did. That is the point. And let's talk about your tax rate. It's 11%. That is not an accident. It took 6 weeks to structure. Opportunity zones, charitable remainder trusts, a Delaware holding company. All legal, all documented. People outside this room will call this unfair. They aren't wrong, but the system isn't broken. This is exactly what it was designed to do. You are a systemic participant now. When the market drops 30%, people without your buffers sell at the bottom. Their loss creates a vacuum.
And some of that value inevitably flows right back into your machine. You don't feel pride about this. You feel the weight of it. You are not an individual anymore. You are a trust structure, a holding company, a foundation. The foundation holds $200 million. It earns 7%, distributes 5%, and keeps 2% to reinvest. The name on the building is not your name, it's the name of the trust. You prefer it that way now. Compound interest no longer grows just your money, it grows legacy. Your great-grandchildren will be accredited investors at birth. The compounding began long before they existed. They will sit on boards because the family name carries weight that accrued over decades of silent, invisible discipline. At this scale, a market crash is a buying event, liquidity is a weapon, and time is an asset you literally gift to people not yet born. Now rewind. This entire monolith started with that $89 you were so disappointed by, the pathetic number. The truth is, the $89 was never the point. The mechanism was the point. Most people never let the machine run long enough to see the second gear latch in. They self-sabotage because compounding doesn't scale linearly, it accelerates. The first $100,000 might take 8 years. The next one takes 4. The one after that, 2.5 years. If you kill the machine at year 2 because it didn't print $1 million, you missed the entire lesson.
Here is the only thing you need to do today. Do not try to pick stocks. Do not gamble on crypto narratives. Open a brokerage account. Buy a broad index fund with a 0.03% expense ratio. Set an automatic transfer for a specific number, even $100, and then physically delete the app from your phone's home screen. Your job is not to watch it. Your job is to not interfere. Somewhere right now, a 23-year-old is walking into a glass tower for the first time. They're setting up their automatic transfer. They think it's about retiring comfortably. They don't realize they just planted a seed for a tree under which people who do not exist yet will sit. That's the architecture of wealth. If you're ready to stop gambling and start building, this channel exists for you. Hit subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. The machine is waiting.